think generally speaking, drafting a lane with some kill threat, even if you're not getting kills in lanes, come mid game, you have a way to clearly start a fight and follow it up, as we saw last game. That just made things so easy for Thunder Awaken. So I think Alliance just trying to, make life easier.
Yep, absolutely. So they're even going to go ahead and smoke up and do this new Queen of Pain hero as well. I think you were pretty on the nose with this yesterday. The first game you saw it picked. I think even we were discussing the patch, you were talking about this Ag Scepter change now. A little bit of an AoE Shadow Strike, right? They've moved the old Ags onto the 20 and 25 talents respectively. I was of the opinion that we were going to still see her played kind of the old way, Kaya and Sanj, go for the 20 talents, 25 talents. But for all the co-op that we've been seeing, at least here on the C stream, everyone's kind of preferred your style, going for the Ag Scepter and playing a little bit more around that item. As Matthew with a nice cookie might be able to avoid a first blood, but the arrow is on its mark from Desire. Easy stun setup, and it'll even go towards Wee.
Give him a little, I like Matthew, he tips him around to nice arrow. And then his teammate tips Matthew come on, dude, stop feeding.
Yeah, it's his laning partner for sure.
Yep. he's having some fun with him. But the other impactful thing that happened is, so Thunder Awaken, they were doing the thing, running at the mid tower, scouting ward. They know there's a high ground ward mid, but they guessed wrong about where it is, so they kind of wasted their sentry in this mid lane. Weeha got a nice observer down with his smoke that didn't get found.
And it's, I believe also, a Desire, of course, being on loan from Brame. Still has the Brame tag, so almost called this team Brame, but Alliance with 3 bounties to start the game. And First Blood, all things going right for them.
Yeah, and who actually got it? It was Queen of Pain. That's about as good as it gets. So Queen's going to have a Robe of the Magi starting item, so that's a nice little chunk of extra. So more damage, more spells to cast, and he's just going to be spamming Shadow Strikes.
Musical lanes are being played here by the cores of Alliance.
Yeah.
This time, though, they're not jungling straight away. They're just going to go ahead and show the lane. Ducalis could use the help immediately, as Sacred is looking to bully him a bit. But with Arctic Burn, he can outmaneuver here, buy plenty of time. Top lane as well. Desire able to keep his distance, arrow the range creep, and even give the experience to Limitless. So very, very nice adjustment here by Alliance, getting the lanes that they want.
Yeah, they want to have this CK Mirana kill threat against the Razor. Just means that he can't reliably, destroy his lane with that static link. And also playing in the offlane Razor, it's a lot harder to get those static links when you're, playing near the enemy tower. There's just less room to chase down a lane. So that should go well for him as well.
And just to kind of bring up the Panda Boot Pain train, he finds literally just one creep on screen currently. Mirana body blocks the camp, arrows the tomato. He's going to use the potato to pull, but it's not going to be a full pull anyway, and Desire's going to interrupt it. So nice job here with the creep equilibrium, as there's a 2-second stun into arrow. Pakaz, saving some good body blocks here, is going to be able to make it out alive. Leap charges. I thought maybe Desire would have made a play for it, but he's going to be patient. Another opportunity will shortly present itself.
Yeah, I think maybe a bit of inexperience in the Chen, because I feel like a lot of Chen players, they go on Pakaz again.
Yeah, and that time,
2-second stun and they get the kill.
Very easy, right? The opportunity, literally only the cooldown of arrow. Good patience there by, again, almost said Brame, but by Alliance's top lane, as they will collect the kill.
Weeha's having a rough mid lane. He's getting zoned. He got first blood gold. This rogue, he's going to be regretting this so hardcore. His bottle came out kind of late. He may not even get to refill his bottle because Ember can go, Ember can force him to pick up this rune. So he's not going to get the bottle refill, and that Mako is just destroying him mid somehow.
Again, it is, I used to say this about Dark Mago, even when he gets kind of counterpicked, it's when you're a 1 or 2 or 3 hero specialist, as he used to be, you better know your matchups, and 2, you're bound to have played into some counter lanes as well at some stage, right? If you just blind pick Ember first phase in your pubs every game, you're bound to play against a couple of Huskars.
Yes. Yeah, the big thing with Ember is if you Sleight of Fist dodging Shadow Strike is such a big way to, co-op waste mana, you get some harassing, you dodge the spell. It's very hard to do, but there he goes. You manage to get that off. Yep. And there you go. Not that hard, he says.
Nope.
That makes all the difference in this lane.
Very skill-dependent one. And it does feel like this sort of a skill-dependent matchup in the mid lane. Of course, not having the cooldowns on the second one, but he does have the Flame Guard up. And with the Flame Guard even returning some damage onto Wee. Short little blink up to the high ground. Skirma Pain leveled. But the Flame Guard still persists. assists here, so Dark Mago not really taking a whole lot of damage. Another one reapplied though, because he did use Slight, and now we seems to have found the upper hand in this mid lane here. Nice recovery here for him.
To get these bottle charges off. He Sleight of Fist dodges a Shadow Strike tick to keep his bottle charge going. That was actually super sick. Because like it's annoying to bottle during Shadow Strike because you're not going to get the full regen, but with Sleight of Fist, he actually got the full regen.
Real impressive stuff. But as I was saying, you know, I think these kind of differences in the mid lane where you've got some very skilled players playing in certain matchups, it's going to make a bigger difference these days with the removal of the side camps. You know, I saw a couple people on Twitter talking about, you know, the King, Sumail, is going to be, you know, all over these kinds of changes. Stuff like that, I think, does make the mid lane a bit more punishing, even if there is still loads of regen in the mid lane.
Yeah, that hasn't changed too much. Ooh, killed down bottom. Nico Baby. Getting one for Alliances. I believe he had the help of the Winter Wyvern there, but that's a kill in enemy core.
Yeah, and I actually think this is a very favorable lane for Nico Baby. You can kind of just stand by. It's Scorched Earth doing the majority of the damage here, as he's going to devour a creep, but if you have it auto-casted, you don't actually take the ability, so he doesn't really want the Ensnare, I suppose.
I feel like you may as well take something.
Yeah.
Something's better than nothing, right? You don't have to use it. But
Stop. Nice Splinter Blast, though. Matthew's going to evade death here, maybe even looking to turn, but has no spells. Can only offer the right click. The Sacred is being burned alive here. Nico Baby turning. Ducalis lacks the damage, though, mostly the mana for the kill secure. But nice trades here in favor of Alliance. Top lane, they're going again, and an arrow onto Pakaz. As Alliance doing very well in the laning stage. Limitless and Desire able to find their second kill in this top lane. And mid even, where Dark Mago is ticking down. We looking for the kill. Sleight of Fist dodge. That's not going to be nearly enough. Kills in all three lanes against all three cores. And even the support down bottom, it doesn't stop.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
yeah, Nico Baby gets another one down. That was a one-for-one support trade, but I think Alliance are going to be feeling pretty good about how this game is going. Doesn't have any runes for 20 seconds, so yeah, who's getting the bottle refill? It's almost good that they lost their support, because now he gets a free bottle refill, and he will get to contest that 6-minute rune.
Yep, very true. 6-minute runes, as you say, spawning in now. Looks like Matthew as well will make the rotation mid lane. Dark Mago, maybe this is the experience changes, probably more having to do with the solo kill. Does not have level 6, so he can't do the Remnant trick to secure basically both rune spots, so he really needs both supports, which are now here. Panda's rotated from the top lane. He's going to scout the rune there. It's an Arcane. Panda would really like to have level 6 here. There's a Sonic Wave ready for Wii. Just doesn't have the mana. 4 wand charges will give him enough, and in fact, they don't even need it for the kill. Nico Baby, by the way, gets a solo kill down bottom onto Sacred, while it's going to be Wii who is taking down the Cookie. Not enough magic damage here. Wii's going to live, and it's 3 dead heroes across the map for Thunder. But here's Pakaz. No, okay, he's going to go back top lane.
Oh, Thunder just got way too... They were trying to leave the rune there for the Ember, who Remnant's top, but Mirana made the rotation. Mirana kind of rotated much later than Chen did. Chen was just camping the rune, and hits the arrow on Ember as he's going Remnants in for that top rune, getting the kill and securing the rune for Wii, who gets the Arcane rune. That was just such a big arrow. Like, that just swung the game so heavily in Alliance's favor.
Big play, big play. And I've just looked it up by there because I was incredibly curious about this. Panda is a bit of a Chen player. Last time he played it was 6 months ago in the BTS Pro Series. Before that, back in 2020. So when he was on Omega. So it has been some time. It has been some time.
Yeah, I think where I noticed it from the side is like he had the Holy Persuasion level 1, but there's no creeps. A lot of Chen players, like, especially if they know their camps getting blocked, they'll just get Penitence level 1 because it's better for trading. So I think just small things like that made the lane a lot harder than it needs to be.
He's got the Ghost applied, a little bit of heals as well for Pakaz out from the Wand, and the Ghost actually making a little bit of a difference there with the attack speed slow. One of the better neutrals you can get as far as its harassment. But it's going to be up to now Dark Mago to try and recover this. A very strong lead in the early game, so much so that we even commented on that regarding the matchup. He was very skilled there on the Sleight of Fist dodges, but now he's in a position where it feels like Wii is won out a little bit on the mid lane. Laning stage kind of drawing to a close here. We'll see which mid laner would like to make a rotation first. This is actually Sacred who's closer towards mid, but that's just an easy kill onto Pakaz. Just a little bit lower on the HP, and even Sacred is not safe here. Wii is going to commit the Sonic Wave as the Ward scouts him out here. Trying to farm and recover. Does not want to lane versus Nico Baby. Instead, dies in the jungle to the Sonic Wave of Wii.
And left some farm and experience mid lane for the Wyvern, although Weeha does come back, but just great move, some good vision there. They're gonna maybe find that ward, but it's already kind of served its purpose. This Centaur now with 3 deaths, Sacred struggling to find a place to farm after having a rough laning stage.
Yeah, really shut out of this lane. He's up to level 6 as Nico Baby this time. He has now finally the Hurricane creep. I think perhaps he had that toggled on for a while as Panda, top lane. Very easy kill. Going on a warding mission, trying to collect some creeps perhaps, but Alliance keen to defend their jungle and make sure that they've got space to farm for Limitless, as well as Nico Baby. And I don't know, let me take a look at this Limitless build here. It's going Armlet Treads, very normal here, even on offlane CKs. But I do wonder if Alliance are considering shifting win conditions over from Nico Baby onto the CK. I think this is pretty normal when you do have a Doom in the safe lane anyway. But I do wonder what the itemization is going to be. Arrow, by the way, they go fishing and they find Dark Mago in the tree. Sleight of Fist with the Remnants. Not enough, though, as that is still an easy kill for Desire. Nice job there on the Arrow.
Desire's Mirana has been very impressive.
Top, keeping away is Limitless, and they just don't have the physical damage. Only 12 damage there, sapped on the level 1 static link. It's 3 points in Plasma Field for Pakaz, as that arrow from Desire is going to be body blocked by the Stormcrafter.
They're defending this tower here. They rotate a lot of Thunder heroes up here. Meanwhile, bottom, Weeha's looking for this kill on Sacred. He's going to Stampede, but okay. Nice pump fake on the Doom. That kind of baited the Stampede.
Oh, no. Actually, one rotation canceled. It looked like. I swear I saw 2 TPs coming in. The Doom was actually still going to end up hitting Sacred. He did not get off Hooded Defiance. Slow to a crawl now. Infernal Blade, only level 1, but it seems like with the Scorched Earth, they've got a fairly easy kill, unless Dark Mago can deny him, and he cannot. Nico Baby secures it. They actually still have vision here.
Maybe in trouble here.
Yeah, that ward still giving Wee the confidence to jump up. Dark Mago cliffs himself, but is eventually going to be able to get into the river for the haste rune. They get another kill, by the way, top lane in the meantime onto the Chen. It's 1-15. They've completely turned the tables here, have Alliance. It's game 1.
This constant. It feels like every minute there's just like, whoa.
There's no mana, though, on the
a
Quap.
bit early on the arrow, but they still have it.
Yeah, they do. Just enough mana, really, is all they needed for the Shadow Strike, and it's a kill for Weeha. Very nicely done. Panda is only level 4, gods. Oh, he can't even call to his own god with Hand of God.
Yeah, this has been a really rough laning stage in early game. The lane swap from Alliance, like, just set up their lanes for success. Like, Razor playing in the off lane, like, into a CK Mirana lane. That's just brutal, and it was a really rough time for Pakaz. I think, if anything, you look back, if you're Thunder Awaken, you think maybe we should have mirrored those lane swaps to make sure that we got the lanes we wanted, ideally.
And not that Weehaw wanted, that Thunder wanted. I think we got the lanes he wanted as Sacred, and he's not in a lane he wants to be in anymore. The arrow, though, is going to catch him from Desire. Limitless is going to pull him right back into the stun as well. Host Stomp at least buys him a couple of extra seconds. Is now Pakaz on the way on in. Sacred's still alive. Will not tick down to the urn. Lives on 30 HP here. It's a full, I think that's a full static link, but it's only level 1 still, so it's 34 damage. And now Pakaz, surrounded by 4 enemy heroes, is basically drawn and quartered. Kill goes to Wee. Dark Mago showing up, but he only has Blightstone and Phase Boots. I'm not really sure what he can offer here.
Almost lands.
He will just dodge the arrow, but again, Thunder go on in and get nothing to show for it. In fact, I don't think Alliance are backing up at all. Sonic Wave only connects onto Matthew. Might have secured the kill onto Dark Maga, who instead of Remnants away. He easily have the kill onto Matthew, though, with the damage over time. Another short arrow here onto Dark Mago. Gets off another Remnants. Gets the kill at least, finally. One for him onto Desire, but Wee picks him up, trades him away immediately. Pakaz is back. Perhaps Alliance diving a bit too far, as they've lost now 2 heroes. Tripling Thunder's kills here, but it's only 2 supports. Wee still makes it out alive, and Thunder still more or less left empty-handed.
Yeah, you're chasing ghosts if you're trying to kill Wee here, and I think that's the issue. That was where Alliance gave up some kills. The support's trying to back up Wee, but they don't have the same kind of abilities he doesn't. He's looking to turn. He wants to go back in. Moonlight Shadow. There's a Sentry Ward, though, and his Blink's on cooldown. Weeha can't afford to die here.
And it looks like he might take a death. Indeed, he will. Pakaz even getting the kill at 600, 700 gold for him. A great curse from Ducalis, however, is going to condemn Sacred, and Limitless showing up to fight as well. Punching straight through Pakaz Razor, who has the Eye of the Storm active, living a while longer. Kisses as well, assisting now Dark Mago, who's been able to at least die for Desire. Also get through Limitless here.
CK turned his armlet off in the fire, and he paid the price for
Doom,
it.
though,
So.
onto Dark Mago is going to end up killing him off here. Doesn't even have the Flame Guard anymore. It's dispelled, of course, by the Doom. And Nico Baby showing up big time here to turn this one around. Still, though, Death on Limitless, as you say, is the first core, second core, pardon, to drop in that fight alone. Because we also ends up taking a death.
And Matthew just found a nice place in the river just to throw some kisses in. Unfortunately for CK Limitless, he toggled off his armlet and just died to the damage over time from the fire. There wasn't any more kisses coming in, but that was a bit painful for him. But it is still Alliance with a pretty sizable lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Thunder are still trying to bait him into more fights top lane. Sacred, once again, continuing to show. He had both his supports up there as well, showing with Pakaz farming very comfortably in the bottom lane. I think Thunder realizing, okay, if we can continue kind of, just giving them, trickling, giving them some breadcrumbs a little bit here, eventually we'll be able to kind of pop off a little bit more with the Razor, who can farm if he's left to his own devices with max plasma field. Certainly with only 2 points in static, Link isn't really punching that hard in these fights. It's just that Alliance have been hunting him so effectively here, and the map pressure has been on point. At least now, maybe with some cooldowns for Alliance, Thunder can look to gather up a couple of items here for themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they want to get into this game where they kept getting picked off. If anything, when these fights start breaking out, like you say, they just want to, they're bringing everyone. They're trying to basically fight their way back in this game, and I think it makes sense when you look at their draft. They don't have that kind of flash farmer or big carry to fall back on. Maybe you farm with the Razor, but if anything, I think you just want to bring as many as possible and take any fight that Alliance is willing to give you.
Amazing position by Ducalis. I do believe he has been scouted, but in the trees, ready to break smoke. There he goes with the wards down. Ducalis, Arctic Burn, which is Curse both available. He's going to catch Dark Mago with it. Still dying though, but the arrow now into TPs are coming. Desire's here. Nico Baby's here. Doom ready in 30 seconds. Dark Mago diving underneath tier 2, but cannot get the kill onto Ducalis as they've already lost the Chen. Not like he had hand up got anyway, because he's only level 5, but a big Sonic Wave from Wii, and that's a triple kill double for him. Pardon. Matthew attempting to TP away, canceled by the arrow of Desire. Dark Mago on the run, but slowed by the Witchblade and the dagger of Queen of Pain. Will manage to TP away, but it is almost a full wipe in favor of Alliance. All they lose is Limitless.
Yeah, just huge Sonic Wave. They don't start the fight off with the... I mean, it's a good curse because it keeps the Wyvern alive, and I think you mentioned it, like his positioning in those trees, it's just like the perfect place where he can bait a couple of spells and then just fly back to the safety of his tier 2 tower. Plus, playing under the tier 2 tower means he's getting that extra armor and just getting that bit of extra buff there that keep him alive as well. So, really good fight coming out for Alliance, and they especially fighting around like your objectives. It's so easy to TP everybody in like that.
Yep, definitely very much playing kind of into what is usually Thunder's strength, their early aggression. I think a lot of teams don't make a move that aggressive, bringing 5 heroes, including the carry, of course, into a dive, essentially, near an outpost is quite the risky move, and Pakaz receives the Hand of God buff, but he is still super dead. Panda also committing the mechanism here. Nice hoof stomp before it's eaten by Nico Baby, says that seems very nice. I'll have that fun myself, please. We now closing the gap, and Panda is going to die. Dark Mago doing what he can here, but Curse, BKB popped by Nico Baby, but he's got Doom at the ready, dispelling the Flame Guard. Arrow's going to swing wide a bit here, as Wii does blink in aggressively, but I don't believe they have the damage to get through him. Sonic Wave even ready again, as Matthew is going to perish to that. Dark Mago still alive, as the Doom is going to end up picking him off, and Wii with an Ultra Kill for the second time this series, but this time in a winning game. As Sacred, the last to go, they're going to heal up Wii. Are they going to give him the Rampage? Absolutely not. Don't forget, Nico Baby's the carry. He gets everything.
Yeah, Wyvern's like, hold on, I'm cold embracing you, we can't have this. Nico Baby, he's the team CEO. He gets first grabs of any of these kills.
Absolutely.
Another great turnaround and really good fight there. I mean, it starts with the freebie kill and the Razor, and Thunder it's the gold deficit more than anything. Like Razor doesn't have a BKB there, and then they kind of trickle in one by one. Like Chen throws Hand of God and Mech just to try save the Razor there when he was probably dead no matter what you do. As a result, then Chen doesn't have those spells. He dies next, and they just kept trying to force that fight with a numbers disadvantage. It was just a really tough spot to be in for Thunder Awaken.
Absolutely. I have to really commend Nico Baby here on this game. He's showing up great. Shows up to that fight with BKB Doom at the ready. Dark Mago? There's no curse for 10 more seconds. Yeah, okay. He was just baiting out some reactions. Does break a smoke. flashy.
Meanwhile,
as
top
ever.
Marana just gets away from like 2 or 3 heroes.
Arrow all out.
Chucks an arrow.
Yeah, almost
Ooh,
collected
that was
Matthew there, but it'll just whiff. And now Alliance are going to find themselves being ran at by the smoke play of Thunder. Still only 2 points here, by the way, guys, in the static link, as he's going to hit the third into Storm Surge. Okay. Onto Limitless they will go. Arrow, though, is very useful for the setup stun onto Sacred. He is going to perish, but they get Limitless as a result. Kisses as well here onto Desire, but the curse to save him. Eye of the Storm, not enough damage. Nico Baby ready to counter-initiate now with the Hoof Stomp. They have all the Hoof Stomp of their own, a Sensor Conqueror in a second, but Nico Baby BKB'd is going to be able to ignore it as Pakaz getting kited around this fight by the Force Staff of Ducalis dies nearly underneath the tier 2 tower. Nothing Panda could do, and I've got it ready in just a second. Dodges the arrow, but is going to perish here to the hands of Nico Baby, who even stops to Midas before he will swing wide and hit onto Panda.
Yep. Just, again, similar story to the last fights where for Thunder Awaken, they can get a kill or two. Usually just the supports. This time around, they actually kill a core in the CK, but it requires them to use too much. Because they're under farm, they're under leveled, they had to throw absolutely everything on this CK, and in the process, like, they got arrowed, CK got off his ultimate and spells. It's only the kisses coming in that really secured the kill, but then Alliance is like, great, you used everything on one here, we'll take this fight. Yep. That's perfect for us. It's a pretty easy cleanup after, you know, all these ultimates are on cooldown.
Yeah, and they're doing it. I mean, Thunder, they're focusing onto Limitless, who I expect is going to end up being the win condition in this game for Alliance. Nico Baby's playing a fantastic game, don't get me wrong. I just don't think the Doom is, you know, that kind of win condition. The win condition for Doom is Doom the Emperor, right, essentially. But you can kind of do that from any role, whereas doing the damage, I feel like at some stage is going to come to rely on for Limitless, and almost has a hard-on line as he jumps onto Panda. Easy kill for them here. Matthew is going to get off on pretty decent scatter blast there, but to no avail. 2 heroes dead already. Pakaz BKBs does want this kill on Limitless. He's going to have to wait for it, though. Even longer now as the curse also catches Nico Baby. Good stun here onto Pakaz as the BKB wears off. Dark Mago has remnants, but no hit points remaining. 3 kills for Nico Baby, and Thunder are going to call it 8-39, a complete reversal from game number 1, as Alliance will be able to exit ESL One Malaysia on a victory.
Yeah, 2 very quick games, 2 very one-sided games. 39 kills in 20 minutes. Alliance brought the heat. This is, you know, as far as ways to go out of tournament, it's